those kind of courses, make sure to put forward a really strong personal statement and speak about your experience and your passion, and make sure to put forward an application early through Education Links, and I'm sure they'll help you with that. In terms of COVID, it's kind of been touched on. A lot of it's obviously a fluid situation, it's changing all the time, but I'm incredibly proud of how Northumbria has dealt with the situation, because we had a framework early on which was record, report and support. So we increased testing across all of our staff and eventually all of the students on campus, and that allowed us to, when students test positive, they have to isolate, and we support them with free care and food packages every day. So the students are well supported, even if they're not in our own accommodation, they're in private accommodation. We also pick them up from the airport when they arrive, and we have flexible arrival dates. And our foundation provision, there's an option to take it completely online if you need to as well. We have a blended learning approach on the degrees. So that means that when guidance allows, we will switch to face-to-face teaching. I can only base it off of last year, and last year there was a mix. So we had parts of the year where it was all online learning, and parts of the year where there was some face-to-face in seminars, workshops. But what I will say is it's highly likely that things like lectures, where there's huge numbers, will continue to be online and be recorded, just because it's more practical and safer. But things where you benefit from that face-to-face experience, like workshops in engineering, like the labs in sciences, we will shift to face-to-face because we have a secure, COVID-secure campus. And also another thing I'm incredibly proud of is at the start of the pandemic, we provided ventilators and important materials to local hospitals, and a lot of our students volunteered to actually support local hospitals. And a lot of our health and life sciences courses are still doing that now, and are still providing face-to-face teaching in order to support. So yeah, feel free to ask me about my experience. I was heavily involved with sport at university. I studied abroad in South Korea. I studied business and digital marketing. So hopefully I can give you a personal perspective, some advice. And yeah, feel free to ask me about Northumbria, our requirements, or anything like that. Thank you.
Sam. That was great. And last but not least, Noor from Bangor University.
Hi, thank you guys. So I have a few slides. I'll be very quick as well. So I just wanted to say thank you for Education Links team for having us today. And to everyone, please don't hesitate to get in touch, contact us and ask us any questions that you may have. So if you've heard of Bangor or Wales, this is just a quick map to tell you where Bangor University is. We're in Northwest Wales. So this is Wales, this is Bangor for you. We're a student town, about 11,000 students altogether, and the students population actually present 50% or more than 50% of the town population. So we're quite a student city. We are located in a very beautiful location. You have the sea, you have the mountain, and comes with it plenty of activities for international students as well, and domestic students, not only study and courses, but a lot of outdoor activities that you can do, which quite helps your well-being, especially during this time. For Bahrain, we have strong links with Bahrain. So I'm sure you all have heard of BIBF. So we have really strong links where students in BIBF can continue, can study in BIBF Bahrain and continue their final year, or can transfer their study to Bangor. And you can ask friends or family who've studied in BIBF and then came to Bangor. They always give really positive testimonials, and they really enjoy their experience in Bangor. So again, that's just the nature of the town is really convenient and safe environment for students. So this is the main building. The apartments, accommodations are pretty much walking distance, 10 minutes maximum. So again, that just add to the student experience and being at student campus and having everything within walking distance for you. This year, like my colleagues, everyone had said, we've had a blended approach to our classes and lectures. So it's been face-to-face with online teaching, and the beauty of online teaching where we are is they're not pre-recorded, everything is live, and you actually have extra tutorials, appointments with your tutors or lecturers, and with the face-to-face elements. The face-to-face elements is more applicable to science and health programs, and they require to be on campus. And again, like my colleague said, all the universities ensure that we are COVID safe and secure for staff and students. So the testing is on campus, and all the extra measures that need to be in place for students and staff. Now everything is virtual. We have everything online as well. So do go online, have a look. Just type bangor.ac.uk and you can have access to virtual tours, videos, giving you an idea of what does it look like. So you can have a look at accommodation, location, the campus, the courses. We obviously had cohorts graduating this year, so even the graduation ceremony or graduation events was online. And again, you can have more videos online, and we actually have we call it Bangor TV, so basically it's a link online. We do also events, so we do open days events. So if you're not sure, you have questions, you want to ask the academic school directly, you can participate in our virtual events and virtual tours. And again, you can have access to a wide range of courses. So we offer business, computer science, psychology, sports science, health. And if you have any questions, again, don't hesitate to contact us. This is just a quick ranking. We always, in terms of student satisfactions, we take student satisfactions very seriously, and we always rate very high when it comes to student satisfaction. English courses is just quickly, again, we do offer English courses online, and our accommodation, like I mentioned, is only 10 minutes away from most of our departments, 10-15 minutes maximum. And this year accommodation had been really proactive in terms of supporting students. So if you're self-isolating, if you feel that you'd like support in anything in terms of food, and we've had volunteers bringing food to students, to their actually dormitories, to their rooms. And again, all the measures, safety measures taken into consideration. We've offered activities for our students. So every university will have a student union. So even though, you're quite busy with your courses, online courses, there are quite social activities, social events that are happening. With more even walks, for example. The beauty about Bangor is you've quite there's a natural beauty in areas where you can go for walks and pretty much walks. So again, we've had students arranging activities and outdoor activities. And where I am, we work at the international office. So every university will have an international office. We're dedicated to supporting students. So don't hesitate to ask us and get in touch. So again, we organize airport pickups, visas, immigration, any questions you may have. These are my contact details, and Education Links team, thank you very much again for hosting us.
Thank you, Noor. That was lovely. And yeah, the uni is definitely based in a gorgeous area. Really, really gorgeous. So yeah, I think we can begin with questions. We can, begin right away, I think. And my colleague will take over, Angelica, who is with us at the moment.
Hello. Okay, there is a question here from Sarah. Do any of the universities have medicine programs?
So we can go in order. So University of Kent, Diane?
Yes, we have a 5-year medicine degree. Usually you would need to have done A-levels or IB. We don't have a pre-med or foundation for medicine, and we've only got 7 places for international students, so it is quite competitive. But it is called the Kent and Medway Medical School, and you can look up on the internet. It's kmms.ac.uk, which I can pop in the chat if you want, and they will give you lots more information.
Thank you.
I think Sam also. Yeah. Okay, sorry.
Laura from UCLan.
Yes, so UCLan has a 5-year MBBS program, and we have got over 200 places available for international students. We also have a Medical Sciences Foundation entry route and a Medicine Foundation route as well. And in addition to that, we also work really closely with our on-campus partner, On Campus CUG, who run the Medicine Undergraduate Foundation program as well. So we have lots of pathways into medicine. We also have a 2-year accelerated medical sciences bachelor degree. So that is also a potential pathway to medicine. Checking on the entry requirements for Bahrain, you need to have the equivalent of the A-levels or IB. Unfortunately, we don't accept national qualifications, but we can potentially accept the national qualifications for the foundation entry courses as well. And we also do require IELTS 7 with no less than 7 in each component, or the accepted equivalencies, which you can also find on our website as well.
So Darren from Kaplan, do you have a foundation program that leads to medicine?
Yeah, we do. We've got 2 options. Unfortunately, Sarah, if it's grade 12 you're in at the moment, we're closed for this intake for September 2021. So I won't go too into depth because I imagine you're looking towards this year, but we do have University of Birmingham Foundation for Medicine and Surgery, and we also have the University of Brighton as well. But like I say, there's very limited places, as with most medical schools and pathways. So yeah, it would be September 2022. I'll pop them in the chat and the website as well, just in case, if you're not looking for this year. Yeah.
Thank you. Sam Smith from Northumbria University.
Yeah, hi. Sorry, I jumped the gun a little bit. I've already posted the link in the chat, but ours is a bit more complicated. So it's very flexible. So similar to sort of UCLan, we have a foundation, which is a 6-year towards an MD, a 5-year program towards an MD if you have A-levels, those kind of qualifications, and then also a 4-year if you've already got a bachelor's degree. The reason it's kind of more complicated for ours is because ours is in partnership with St. George's University. So what I would say about it is it's a very good program for some people and not for others. So it really depends on what you want out of it. So on ours, you would study 2 years if you're on the MD5, the 5-year program. You would study 2 years in Newcastle on our main campus. You'd study with